Hello, this is Glenda with Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. And I think I know this guy. What's your name?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, we'll figure him out. What?
Joe.
Joe?
Joe.
Joe. Okay. We're just out on the porch, obviously really swinging. I was right there, practically in the lens of the camera. Anyway, we're just gonna dust some stuff off and talk.
If I quit yawning.
You better, because I don't want to have to cut everything out. You're going to hand me the lemur. I found that I showed you the here just not long ago. I showed you some of the stuff I took in out of the house that I found out here, like the pictures and stuff. And I wanted to get these guys out of storage too. Here's my lemur. But they were full of cobwebs. So I'm getting rid of cobwebs. Hi there. Hi there. Oh, it's still got a store tags on. That's okay.
Got funny eyes.
Well, they're made of, what is that stuff called now?
I don't know.
Resin. They're made of resin, aren't they? But they're lemur eyes too. They've got big eyes, so they can see in the dark. I don't know much about lemurs, but I do know that much. They've got big eyes, so they can see in the dark. And it looks like they got a prehensile tail, like a possum. He's looking at the rafters again. It's built the same as it was last time he looked.
Yep.
I don't think anything's sagged since.
Yep.
Not on the roof, anyway.
Yep.
But this neck is going to start getting... Because I'm going to start pinching it down. Or, no, not pinching. Not pinching. I wouldn't hurt you. Much. I like to give him trouble. I've got news for everybody. I heard from Carla. This was it today or yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday. I heard from Carla. She is in a rehabilitation hospital, and she's looking better. She is getting up, but she has to have assistance. She can't stand on her own. She has to have assistance. But she said it was her left side that was affected. But she's talking great. She's a little slow to answer sometimes, but I don't know if that's really because she's not hearing it well, or if she's needing time to, process it, or if it's just the phone. It's hard to tell because she has to be hooked up to Wi-Fi, and I don't know how good the Wi-Fi is there either. So, but she's looking better. First time I saw her on, it was a Facebook Messenger call, video messenger call. And the first time I thought I could see some, bruising or some, like maybe she'd hit her, face, which I think she probably did, but she looked really good this time. Oh, any funny stories today?
No, baby.
Oh, come on, all these years you've been telling me funny stories and now you don't know one.
Oh, okay. I heard one the other day at work.
It can't be dirty, not on this
No,
channel.
it's not good. This guy, I won't mention names, he's kind of a little trickster, okay? Well, I worked with him at Storeville. Every so often, the armory sergeant has to check the weight of our OC that we carry.
Okay.
And so he called him in, and the sergeant called him in, come in so he could weigh it. In the meantime, he taped a quarter on the bottom of it.
Don't tell me it's a magnetic deal.
No,
Oh, okay.
it makes the can heavier.
Okay.
And I started just going, what the heck? Why is this heavier? And the guy says, well, I just keep adding a little bit to it. How do you do that? Till he figured out he was just playing a prank on him.
So what did he do? Finally show him the bottom with the quarter?
Yeah, he saw a quarter on the bottom. So he come out Friday, the sergeant did. I said, are you out here to weigh our OC? No, I'm actually going to give these other guys new ones. I was going to give you one. You're planning on retiring, so I'm going to give you one. I said, oh, that guy's hoping he'd weigh it because I put a couple quarters on the bottom. Well, if he did, I'm keeping the quarters.
Oh, yeah, that's the kind of stuff they do. Nursing field, we were totally serious all the time.
Then, a day or two before that, okay, one of the maintenance guys was up on the roof above the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And my coworker was unloading the truck at the kitchen. They don't have no hair on his head, he shaves it off. But I was out there watching, escorting, and watching that maintenance guy, but he took some little gravel off the roof.
Oh, he didn't.
He was dropping these little rocks on his head. Finally, I knew he was getting close to being done, so I walked up there and he says, what the hell keeps dropping on my head? And then he sees that maintenance guy up there just giggling.
He hadn't looked at...
It was funny.
Oh, that's a guy that's intent on his work.
But he kept thinking, man, isn't he feeling these? So he went to start going with a little bit bigger rocks every time. Finally, that bigger one evidently got his attention.
He probably felt him, just thought that there was something else.
It was funny.
Oh, okay. Oh, golly. My glasses, it's getting steamy out here. My glasses are steaming up. And he ain't steaming them up.
The same guy that was dropping in rocks,
Yeah.
a couple of days before, somebody had brought in some cucumbers just to give away. Well, there was this little one in there. He took it out, and one of the co-workers that he drives the inmates from CCL, or from the community prison,
Yeah.
down to Tecumseh in a van. He does that because he lives up in Lincoln. He'll go to the CCL prison with his car, pick up the van, pick up the inmates, and bring them down. Then at quitting time, he'll take them up.
Yeah.
Well, he'd come in and Harry was around him, and sneakily dropped that cucumber in his pocket. He didn't know about it till later on. Reached in his pocket, kept feeling it.
Oh, it wasn't him who put it in there, it was the other guy.
Yeah,
How do you not feel?
I don't know.
Was it like a carpenter's pocket?
Well, you
Yeah.
know those side pockets of
Yeah.
pants?
They're kind of wide. Okay,
the
cargo pants.
Cargo pants. He'll do that. He'll come out and he'll reach. He'll put his hand in your pocket, wiggle around, and scary and that kind of stuff. But this time he just dropped a cucumber in this guy's pocket. He said he's on the yard later on. And felt something there. What the heck is that? He pulls out and there's this little cucumber. Then he figured out who it was.
Well, you should have just cut the ends off and then ate it.
Yeah.
Those cucumbers, we still got 2 of those to chop up, by the way.
Yeah.
Those cucumbers, one guy come on there and he says, I could have sworn those were kumquats, or not kumquats, were mangoes. He said those look just like mangoes. Evidently not ripe mangoes, but about that shape, I guess. But I think the reason is because they didn't grow along the ground like most vine cucumbers would. They grew up that trellis. That's the only thing I can think of. So they just kept getting...
Those are just a different brand of cucumber.
I don't know. I looked up the ones I ordered and they looked like the normal cucumber. I don't know. But they taste like cucumbers, that's all I care about.
Okay, you want to hear another funny story?
Yeah, this is going to be titled Joe's Funny Stories.
I think it's funny. Back when my two older brothers and I worked at another factory, this one guy, my older
You
brother...
can name it because it's no longer there.
Yeah. My older brother would go to McDonald's and he'd buy these, the cheaper hamburgers.
Nobody is more of a jokester than his older brother.
I'd bring them to work and he'd not eat them. Well, a couple times he did that, and this one guy that worked there, he'd steal one of them and eat it.
Oh, so it wasn't Monty pulling the tricks.
No, it's Dave. So
Oh, Dave was the one that was...
Yeah. So one day...
yeah, they pull tricks on Dave all the time.
So one day, Dave, he gets McDonald's hamburgers, and this one, he kept back the ones that he wanted, but he kept this one in the bag. But in the meantime, he took the top of the bun off, and he put a piece of 2-inch wide masking tape on it. On a hamburger. Put the bun back
I'll bet that was chewing.
Put the bun back on it. But he heated it up really good. I mean, he put a lot of heat to it, put it back in the bag, and he left. And he watched this guy come over and grab it, take a bite. And when he took a bite, it pulled the hamburger patty and the pickles and the ketchup stuff on his chin and burned his chin.
Oh, wow. Probably hadn't expected to get it quite that soon.
No. My brother just kind of stood back and laughed.
Well, that's what he gets for stealing other people's food. Yeah, Dave's usually the one that they always picked on at work. You guys used to pull some good ones on the kids too, especially Tony. Dave, the one about the toilet in the shed out back or in the garage. Somebody left it, they had evidently changed toilets in the house and put the old one in the garage out back. And then you know how Tony was like, what's that, when he was younger. And Dave told him, well, where do you think Bo goes to the restroom? Bo was their dog. And Tony was like, he was little and so gullible. And for the longest time, we could not convince him that was not Bo's potty. But that really moosed down, didn't it? Well, at least it's not unruly. Well, I think that's probably going to be it for tonight.
I'm getting hot. It's hot over here.
No, I'm blocking the air. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. I hope you had a good laugh and maybe let go of some stress just through laughing. And next time I hear from Carla, I will let you know. I'm so glad that she is getting better. They are working her. I mean, she is in rehab, so they are working her. And that's actually a good thing. But they also keep track of her health and everything. So, and her daughter is there with her whenever she calls me. Her daughter's been there with her to help her. So we will talk to you next time. And if you've listened this long, write the word squirrel in the comments. Thank you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.